And today I'm talking about grateful heart, joyful heart. So the thing is that we are stepping into a world which is post lockdown, which is post COVID-19 in terms of sort of figuring out how the world has changed, what it looks like, what it means for us, and it becomes only too is easy for most of us, at least, to focus on what's wrong, right? What's wrong with our lives? What's wrong with what's happening in the world? How it has changed. It's very easy to get stuck with what's wrong. The other thing that obviously will happen and is bound to happen is that we also focus mostly on the losses that we have all sustained, right? Some of us more than others. There is loss of lives, which is at one extreme, but there are also loss of jobs, loss of financial security. So there are a lot of losses that everyone has. Loss of freedom. So there are many different kinds of losses that we've all had to endure, and we'll continue to do so for a while to come. And of course, the other thing that like binds all of this together is a lot of uncertainty about what our future holds for us in terms of, as I mentioned, about job security, etc., but also in terms of health, right? Because the virus has not really gone anywhere. So, what does it mean for us as we step back into the world? What does it mean for us in terms of health? What does it mean for our loved ones, our family members, our friends? So, there is a lot of anxiety, and of course, which is understandable, there is some element of fear. So it is becomes again extremely easy to only look at the glass half empty, right? And again complain about the way things are and the way things are not working or have gone beyond our control. So again, we can really get stuck in the complaining mode. Unfortunately, it does not really contribute to the solution. All it does is make us feel more helpless and disempowered. So today, what I'm sharing with you is a way of, moving from that feeling of helplessness, moving forward beyond the feeling of helplessness, disempowerment, and that can be done. And what I'm about to offer you is a way of altering the way that you're looking at life, right? Because you can't really change the circumstances around you, but what you can change is the way you are looking at things. So the way altering your gaze or altering the way you look at life, and realizing also that life owes us nothing really. And at the end of the day, it is a gift. It is a gift, that we cannot take for granted. So when we do this, when we make this shift, and when we start practicing and cultivating gratitude, the effects are quantifiable and the effects are sustainable. That's what research shows us. In fact, a professor who studies gratitude, Robert Emmons, has mentioned that there are two components of gratitude. One is that we need to affirm the good things that we have received, and the other thing is that we have to recognize the role that other people play in our lives in terms of gratitude. So when we do this, when we practice gratitude, what happens is that we feel lower levels of stress, and this is something that research backs up, right? It's not hearsay. It's not something which, I mean, it is something which is quantifiable. So there's low levels of stress. There is the quality of life improves. The quality of relationship improves. There is increased inner peace and happiness. All these are the side effects of practicing and cultivating gratitude on a daily basis. The other thing is that what you need to keep in mind that is that you're never too old, too young, too rich, too poor, or anything else for that matter to feel grateful, right? And all of us can do it at any point in our life, at any time of our lives, no matter what situation we are going through, no matter what the circumstances of our life is right now. It doesn't matter. We can cultivate and practice gratitude, irrespective of all that. It doesn't depend on that. So the effects, as I mentioned, right? So that's something that something to look forward to. So today I wanted to share with you one of the ways. I mean, if you've been following me on Facebook and if you've been following the Facebook lives I've been doing every Friday at 5, I have discussed in the past about creating a vision board, creating an empowering health plan. So all of these help to enhance the quality of our life. Today, particularly, I'm focusing on this aspect of of our life, which is gratitude, which if we practice and cultivate, can also have an extremely beneficial and positive effect on our life. And there are various ways, and one of the ways I have discussed earlier is by journaling, right? By writing down, by reflecting. Um, one of the thing that I wanted to share with you today, however, as a way of practicing and cultivating gratitude is something that I share with my clients in my coaching practice, health coaching practice, and is one of my favorites. And it's extremely simple to implement, to do at any time and any point in your life, no matter what the situation. So all you need to remember is this: it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, whenever you want to cultivate gratitude, whenever you want to practice gratitude, you want to inculcate feelings of gratitude for whatever you already have in your life, um, the first thing that you can do is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use your senses, and that's what we're going to do. So 5 is about the 5 things that you can see around you right now. So if I were to look around, I can see this is my room, so this is my workplace, the workplace, so I see my computer, my table, my bed. So a lot of things, so 5 things that you would like to focus on in your immediate environment that you are grateful for. Right? It can be any object, it can be anything that you can see right now. Right? The second one would be 4 things that you can touch right now, that you can sort of show gratitude for. Whether it's your clothes that you're wearing, whether it's the table that your the chair that you're sitting on, the table in front of you, anything that you can touch and feel the texture, the surface, and notice and pay attention, and again uh, appreciate. Right, that's the whole point. So 4 things that you can touch. um, 3 is the number of things that you can hear. So, using your sense of sound, 3 things that you can hear right now. So, if I were to point out, I could hear, of course, my own voice, the fan in my room, etc. Anything, any music, any voices of your loved ones. 3 things that you can hear and that you appreciate. 2 things that you can smell, right? So it can be the smell, aroma of some food from your kitchen, or the perfume that you may be wearing. Like I can get that right now, the perfume that I'm wearing, or even the taste of food that you had earlier. So, like for example, my husband and I share a coffee every morning and every afternoon. So afternoon, just before I went into this live video, we had a cup of coffee together, right? So in fact, I can still feel the taste of coffee in my mouth. So if I were to do this, that is one of the 2 things that I would show my appreciation for. Just the fact that I get to enjoy good coffee, and that I get to enjoy with my husband. So so that's so there are ways of showing your gratitude. And then one is something. So I think, okay, sorry, the 2 is the thing that you can smell, and the 1 that is you can taste. So that is something that I would use for taste, something that I can taste in my mouth. So again, if I go back, it would be 5 things that you can see, it would be 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A simple exercise that you can do today to cultivate and increase feelings of gratitude. So to summarize what I wanted to share with you today, one is that we are all grappling with a world where there are a lot of losses, and even now as we as I speak, mounting losses that are there in all forms and shapes, and that's something that is very easy to get stuck on what's wrong. Secondly, a lot of uncertainty, and that creates a lot of fear and anxiety. Again, that makes us feel quite helpless and disempowered. And third, uh, is the point that I was making, and I was offering a different way of, a way out of this is to alter the way that you're looking at life right now. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is by cultivating and expressing gratitude. And I shared with you some of the effects of doing that because it is both quantifiable and sustainable, be done on a daily basis. And the effects can be lower levels of stress, enhanced relationships, health, right? So there are many, many effects of emotional resiliency, many, many effects of building gratitude. And the last thing that I shared with you was an exercise that you can do today, and this is my favorite part. An exercise that you can do today to again increase feelings of gratitude in your day-to-day life, and that was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So using your senses to develop your feelings of gratitude and increase your feelings of gratitude. So 5 would be the 5 things that you can see in your environment at any point, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And just by using your senses, it can make you realize that at each and every moment of your life, there is always something that you can be grateful for, and that we need not take anything for granted. Right? So that is something that paves the way from a grateful heart to a joyful heart. I hope you have a lovely week ahead, and I will catch you again next week. Bye.